It all began one warm summer afternoon when the townsfolk spotted a white street cat sprinting down the dusty road. She was meowing loudly, her voice filled with a desperate plea for help. The commotion drew the attention of the locals, and someone quick-wittedly grabbed a tin can hoping to capture the disoriented feline. As the can was gently placed over the cat's head, it was apparent that this creature had been through a great deal of hardship. When the can was finally removed, the bewildered cat darted away, disappearing into the town's alleys. The townspeople watched in dismay, unable to do anything more for her. Brian couldn't bear the thought of that helpless cat struggling on the streets. Determined to help her, he embarked on a mission to find her. After a long search, he finally spotted her, huddled behind a store, looking utterly exhausted and famished. The hungry cat greedily devoured the morsels, and her wary eyes began to soften as she realized that Brian meant her no harm. 2 days later, the cat returned, and this time she wasn't alone. Brian noticed that she had a litter of tiny, mewling kittens by her side. He couldn't take her off the street without separating her from her babies, and Brian couldn't bear to orphan them. Outside his store, Brian set up a makeshift sanctuary for the feline family. He placed a litter box and bowls of food and provided cozy towels for them to rest on. The cat, whom Brian affectionately named Sophie, would often come to him, purring contently as she jumped onto his lap, her trust growing with each passing day. When autumn arrived, Brian received surprising news. It turned out that Sophie did have an owner, but the circumstances made it impossible for the owner to take the pet back. Brian's heart ached, but he couldn't turn Sophie and her kittens away. A week passed, and the suspenseful part of the story reached its climax. Sophie returned to the store, accompanied by her now not-so-tiny kittens. From that moment on, Brian had a pet, and Sophie and her kittens found a loving, permanent home. The kittens grew up, and the store employees, moved by Brian's kindness, happily adopted them, ensuring they too had safe and loving homes. In a heartwarming twist, Sophie even befriended a parrot that one of the store's employees had. The two animals formed an unusual yet endearing friendship.